Alright, so I've been back to America for a year now. And the story of me getting back to America is actually kind of an interesting one. And outside of all the pain that I was having during that time, getting out of China before your visa is up is actually a little more difficult than I had imagined it to be. Because of the Lunar New Year, everything in China and the bulk of Asia shuts down for quite some time. And so I'm having a lot of difficulty getting basic things done. It's extremely cold in Kaifeng, China. It's about 115 miles away from the most polluted city in the entire world, according to Vice, and I believe it. And that's actually triggering so much pain going on with my tumor in my face. So I have no idea what's going on with me. There were a couple of nights I was crying because of the pain. It was that great. And, you know, I've done pro wrestling, I've had amateur boxing fights, I've been beat up a couple of times when I was younger. Never felt anything like that before in my life. And thank God I haven't been feeling it anytime since. So, I'm having a lot of pain, and I'm searching through on how to get back home, and I'm not having any help from my school, which is shut down for the Lunar New Year. And there was another teacher like me who, you know, I think he was a little too concerned about having fun. And when I go and have the more mature version of the story, you'll understand why. He didn't come to be that big of a help, but, excuse me, at last he did direct me to the right people so I can buy my ticket out. The problem is I had to take a train to get to the ticket station to buy my plane ticket. So, I don't think you guys all know this, but it was a time when I came back to America that my jaw was broken. I don't know if you can see this very clearly with this tablet camera. My regular camera is working, but I don't have my tripod, which sucks. So, I don't know if you can see that right there, but basically what it's indicating is that there is a fracture on my right jaw. Now, all my problems were on my right side. When I lost my eye, it was the right eye. I had the double vision, it was because of the right eye. When I couldn't open my mouth or turn my jaw this way, it's all because the tumor was blocking everything. So, I'm scared to death that when I get on this airplane, because of the pressure, my face is going, like, skull is just going to break into, 100,000 pieces. I'm just going to be dead there. That was actually probably the most fearful thing I've dealt with, was that plane ride by myself, because the entire time, and if I can put you into my mindset, I'm in a lot of pain. I haven't slept well in about 3 weeks at this point, and there was 4 days within this time period where I had no lights, no heat, and no hot water in my house. It's completely unacceptable, and that's what really expedited me coming back here as quickly as I did. That plus the pain. So the day of me leaving my apartment, I was supposed to hand over a key and have people inspect the apartment, make sure everything's okay. I'm told it's going to happen at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. rolls around, no one's there. My flight is at 3, and this is international. This is a national flight because my international flight was in Shanghai. So I'm starting to worry. 10:30 comes around, no one's there. I just take my shit and go. And so I take a bus to the next big city, and they tell me if you take another bus, you'll be able to, it takes you right straight to the airport. So I get a little ticket. It's all in Chinese. I can't really read it. So I go up to the bus driver and I show him my ticket and I have him look at it. He just does this. Put my stuff in, and I'm just sitting on this bus. 2 hours on this bus. And I'm the only Westerner there. I'm the only person who's not Chinese there. 2 hours on this bus. And I have a strange feeling we're going nowhere near the airport. Come to find out, we were going back to the city I just came from. So the city I was coming from is a place called Kaifeng. And Kaifeng is about 115 miles away from the most polluted city in the whole world, according to Vice. And I have a feeling like, how come we're not going to the airport? So finally, the person who was supposed to inspect my room and is also one of the coordinators at the university that I work for, finally calls me. And it's like 12:15, a little bit after 12 o'clock. My plane leaves at 3:30. So I'm panicking because I've lost so much time and so much mileage from people who, you know, apparently can't read Chinese, because I gave him the ticket and I knew he looked at it with both of his eyes for a couple of seconds until I'm going to the wrong bus, unless he was just fucking with me. But I didn't get that kind of vibe. When you live overseas, you can tell who likes to fuck with you and who doesn't. So I didn't get this vibe. So he finally is able to talk to a taxi driver to drive me there. And I get there with maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes of spare time to go. And I'm starving. I got to get something in my stomach. So I go to eat a thing called a beef salad. So I'm thinking the beef salad is salad with beef. I just think they just translated it wrong. Wrong. No. Beef salad in China is cut beef, warm. Not cooked. Warm. It's like if you cut open a cow and took its flesh and just did this. And that's how warm my beef salad was. It was disgusting. It was flat out disgusting. There was no salad to it. It was just all meat. It's like the opposite of what a salad is. I mean, okay, there's fruit salad, but whatever. You understand what I'm trying to say. So now comes a moment of truth. Like I said, I'm scared to death that my face is just going to break into 1,000 pieces. I really am. I really think that, you know, I can just die just going up with all the pressure with the airplane, you know, just taking off before even hit the highest elevation. I'll just, you know, my head just explode and die. Of course, that didn't happen. And from there, the flight wasn't really all that bad. Good friend picked me up at the last moment and got to be here and get diagnosed by some of the best doctors at UCLA. I cannot sing their praises enough. And, you know, as of right now, like I said before, I look a lot different than I did in my birthday video where I was maybe 158 pounds. You know, usually I walk around 220. I'm about 205 right now. I got up to 210, but, you know, it was getting a little fat. I had to cut it off. And my hair is back. Everything, you know, my eyesight's back. So, and also, one of the more important things is also my right nostril's back. I've had an MRI recently, but did not get the reading. And so when I blew my nose a couple of days ago, that is the most functionality I've had with my right nostril since May 2013. So I'm very blessed for that. I'm very blessed to have those people who have contacted me via email, phone call, come visit me. I'm very thankful for all that. So, hey, if this story was enthralling to you, please check out the more mature version of it because it gets pretty wild and pretty funny. All right, guys, take care.